certainly a magical year. We had talked about that a little bit, that we thought maybe we were a team that could make the Sweet 16 at the beginning of the season, but to actually achieve it, and the way we did it, going on the road, beating San Diego, who was ranked 16th in the country, beating them in an exciting 5-game match, and then coming back the next night and defeating Wisconsin on their home floor, 3-zip, to advance to the Sweet 16. Just the way that it happened felt so special and magical, and getting to the Sweet 16 I think gives your program some legitimacy, and now when we're talking to recruits, we have that on our list of accomplishments, and that it certainly gets their attention, no doubt about it. It puts us in that elite group of teams that are top 20 in the country, and it gets people's attention, and I think that's the most important thing that season did for us. Every year I feel like we're closing the gap between us and some of those elite programs, so there's no secret to it. It's a lot of hard work, and there's a lot of pieces to it, but I felt like we came at it in so many different ways that the only thing that could happen was for our program to improve every year. I love our coaching staff, I really do. Joe Lynch is my husband and also one of our assistants, and he's tremendous at training defense, and we have a ton of confidence in him doing that. Dawn Sullivan was an All-American outside hitter, so she trains our outside hitters for us and does a wonderful job with them. And I take our setters. I was an All-American setter at Nebraska. And one of the things I feel that we can do every year is train our setters as well as anybody in the country. And I also am responsible for the middle blocking as well. So the thing that's exciting is if you come here, you're probably going to be coached by someone who's elite in that particular position. You're going to get great training. I like to believe that we get the very most out of our players. And if you come here, you're going to reach your potential. And I think that's a pretty exciting thing because it doesn't happen everywhere you go. And that's something all of our players have been able to do. I love fighters, I love competitors, and that's probably the number one thing that we look for is people who are willing to take some risks, come in and fight and earn a spot on the court. And certainly in the Big 12 you have to be athletic. You really have to have a combination of those things. And we've found that as the years go by, we're finding athletes that want to come who are both competitive and who are touching 9'10", 10 feet, 10'2", and to get us to that next level, that's what we're going to need. And we like to recruit good kids, good students, solid values, come from good families, and just we know that are going to come, work really hard, make us proud, wear that Iowa State uniform proudly, and be a great representative. I love the team we're putting together, and those are the kind of kids that we're getting in. We're really excited about the Hilton renovations. We're planning on moving our offices over into Hilton, and we'll have a volleyball suite area where we each have our own office, plenty of space for all of us to work. And we're also working on designing a team room, which will be a place to watch video, a place to meet, and a place for our players just to kind of hang out, a lounge area with some TVs and couches, and that's pretty important. We wanted to do that since we came here, and it looks like it's coming true now and hopefully be finished by August 2009. So we're thrilled about that project, and the fact that it's coming up here pretty quick is pretty exciting. One of my big goals when we came here was to build our fan base, and when I first got here we were averaging about 600 fans a night, and as of this week we were 14th in the country with over 1,800 fans a night. So to go from where we were 3 years ago to that is pretty exciting. I think some of that has just come with the success of the program, but we've also done a lot of outreach things and really trying to get the local communities and youth groups and families involved in coming to our matches, and we're getting there. Every year we see that excitement, we hear more of the buzz, we're getting more and more people to our matches, and I really believe we're going to get in the top 10. First of all, I love Iowa State. I just love this place. I'm having a great time. I think it's the whole package. Some universities can offer great academics, maybe a beautiful campus, maybe a successful volleyball program, but there aren't that many that offer all of those things. And I think we're real unique in that way, in that we have one of the most beautiful campuses in the country, we have exceptional academics, and we are building one of the best volleyball programs in the country. So there really isn't any weakness to our program. For whatever reason you want to come, we probably can give you a great experience. It's becoming an elite program and an elite volleyball team. I'm really excited for the next several years. I see the recruiting classes we have coming in over the next few years. I see the growth in our fan base. I see the way we're playing and who we're competing against. I see the changes that are happening in Hilton, and my dream is to compete for a conference championship and a national championship. And many people thought when we came here, that was a pipe dream, that was never going to happen. But I feel like we're closing that gap and we're getting closer and closer every year. And I just feel like everything's kind of fallen into place. Everything that needs to happen is happening, and it's just a matter of time before we're going to get there.